What's up, guys? So what I brought you guys here for, I could point out something, probably something obvious. I have my stock wheels on. I'm pretty sure you guys knew that from the jump, from a lot of the Instagram pictures and everything. BMW 513M wheels, they were more like a test fit to see if I liked them, to see if I wanted to pick them up. The wheels were awesome, the wheels were dope. The thing with the wheels was that they are 18s. This comes stock with 19s. Obviously, I think you guys can see that. These are 19-inch wheels, and if you can look at it, they fit so flush. You know, it fills that wheel well really nice with just leaving just the right amount of a tire on it. This guy right here gave me a thumbs up in my car. Thank you. I have found the wheels that I am going to put in the car. I have ordered the wheels. Now the wheels will be coming soon. The specs on the new wheels, they are 19 by 8.5 in the front and 19 by 10 in the rear. Custom offset to fit this car perfectly. So what that means essentially that I have to run no spacer. It should fit 100% flush. Give this car a nice look. The wheels are the same color and they look very similar to the 513 wheels. The name of the company is Vorsteiner that I'm getting these wheels from. So with me spilling those beans, you guys probably know the wheels that I'm getting. So with that being said, obviously you guys can go tag me up in the comments. Let me know, oh, you're getting this, kids. But they are Vorsteiner wheels. They are flow forwards as well, so they save weight. When the wheels come in, we'll get into all of that. As you can tell, I haven't been too heavy on the mods, and I realized something. You know, I look on YouTube and I look on Instagram a lot. But many of you guys probably don't know this, but this whole scene is new to me. Cars are one thing that's not new to me, obviously, but you know, filming with the camera setup and you know, even this whole social platform. I really never had any social platforms. I had like, you know, Snapchat, whatever the case may be, but as far as YouTube and Instagram, I've never really had any of those because I've kind of never felt the need to have one, to be honest with you. I've always seen them filled with a lot of flutter and, you know, trips to freaking Cancun and all that crap like that, which is cool, but, you know, I don't know. None of that stuff really interests me too much. All of this stuff is new to me. All these camera setups are new to me. So, speaking of the camera setup, I have a new setup. I'm talking to you guys right now on a GoPro Hero 7 Black with a Rode Vid mic on the top with the little fluffy thing that blocks out the wind. Read you guys' comments, upgrade the audio quality and video quality with lenses. And I've came to a conclusion because my first camera that I bought is a Sony Alpha A5100. That's an awesome, dope camera. The number one reason I bought it is because it flips. I'll pull that camera out for you guys right now. Majority of my videos came from this. Now this is my Sony Alpha A5100. The screen flips up. This is the only Sony camera, Alpha, mirrorless, whatever the case may be, where it flips up. Oh, the 6000 and the 6500, whatever, are so much better cameras, but you can't flip the screen up, and I like to see myself, which is funny because I'll get into that with this GoPro. So, I did not know anything about cameras. That camera did well. A lot of people have been complaining about, you need to get a mic. So I'm looking for mics, and I realized that camera has no supported mics for it. It does not have a audio jack. So with that being said, I could not really get a mic, and I spent about like 500 something bucks on that camera, and it didn't have a mic. So I was looking like, oh, maybe I should have got the 6000 or 6500, whatever, but I can't see myself. Sony is coming out with a Alpha 6400 where you can see yourself and connect the mic. That camera is super dope, but it's also $800 and something. I will not get any other camera. I really like the Alpha cameras. I don't know, I've learned how to work with them, and like I said, I'm not really too savvy on all of this camera stuff. I really don't feel like spending 800 bucks on a camera just yet, especially when I'm not super dialed in, and I know I'm gonna have to get a lens for that camera. So I figured, how do I get decent video quality, sound quality, and then something where I don't spend so much money and then it drops because I'm doing a lot of car stuff. I bought the GoPro Hero 7. Now the GoPro Hero 7 is not exactly a full frame camera. Everybody knows it's a GoPro, it's an action style camera, but you can have an external mic, and the GoPro comes with this auto smooth, hyper smooth stabilization. Many of this stuff that I'm saying you guys know by now. The new mic, hopefully you guys like it when I'm editing it. I will see if it sounds better. If you guys notice a difference, give me a thumbs up. But essentially this whole package or setup cost me a little over 400 bucks as opposed to me paying 800 or something just for the body and then having to buy the stabilizer and other things later on. This thing is looking super good, and with all of this camera mumbo jumbo and all of this wheels and all this mod mumbo jumbo, sometimes you just have to chill out and look at your car. Put so many things on our cars. We try to be the fastest M55 or the fastest M20 or the It doesn't matter. You try to be the fastest of this, and oh, you know, calculating. Oh, but you spent $10 on it. You could have gotten a M4, M5, or M6, whatever the case may be. Sometimes you guys just gotta get out of the books, get out of the TV screen, get out of your cell phone screen, or whatever the case may be. Stop looking at things so analytical and just understand the beauty of this car. There has to be a reason why you purchased your car. If you are a car enthusiast, if you're watching this channel, there's a reason why you bought your car. Whether you want to get from point A to point B, or whether you just like drifted in circles, there has to be a reason. And understand that this car is an amazing car. It's very beautiful. I love it. I've learned to like the fact that it's a coupe. Still prefer a sedan. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I learned the fact I love the lines of this car. It looks super dope. It kind of gives me that exotic look. Now, meanwhile, I'm a sedan kind of guy. I like sedans, four doors. I never owned a truck. Would like to own a truck one day, but this car right here is my first try of a coupe. And like I said, I still like sedans more than coupes. However, this makes me feel like I'm driving an exotic car, because coming from the sedan world, this seems really exotic. It seems really like slung back and everything like that. So it gives me that little, you know, cool factor. I feel a little sporty. Ladies and gentlemen, or 99.7% men, analytic thing is crazy, but enjoy your cars, okay? Get out there and enjoy your cars. Take a look at it. You know, the car is a beautiful car. Even stock, this car looks beautiful. And 99% of you guys' cars look beautiful. Understand that there is a place for everybody. There are Honda Civics. There are fucking Nissan Maximas. There are BMWs. There are Lamborghinis. There are Bugattis. It's just... they're freaking Learjets. There's a space for everybody, and there's a space for everybody to enjoy your cars, and that's the main purpose of this video, I guess you'd say, and just give you guys a little update on, you know, my wheel setup and everything. But yeah, enjoy your cars. Go out, have a good time, drive, learn your car. You know, obviously I want you guys to watch my videos, but sometimes you just gotta put down a computer and go outside and enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this a little short, because we're gonna pretty much talk about some of the reasons why I did not get the M4. I paid $26K for this car. You could probably pick up a decently mileage spec, same thing, M3, M4, LED headlights, everything like that, has a display for about like 45, 46 grand. That's almost double. That's like, well, not almost double, but it's like 20 grand more. And with that 20 grand more, you divide it by however long you finance the car, whatever the case may be, it makes the payment higher. Obviously, there's no way it wouldn't make the payment higher. You pay more in taxes, you'll pay more in everything, essentially. You know, more powerful motor, more horsepower, you got gas, the tires go even quicker. Everything is just the next level with those cars. And that's kind of the thing about it. It's just, I'm not at that level to pay next level insurance, next level tires. Like, everything is more expensive, and I don't have the money. I do not have the money to go ahead and do all of that stuff while giving you guys content. I can go out and, you know, not buy the cameras, not do the little events, not do any, like, you know, little shots, whatever case may be, and no mods. I could go buy a stock F80 or F82 and, I don't know, drive it and like spend tons and tons of money on that car and not have anything else to do, and not have any fun. And that's just not kind of who I am. I love cars 100%, but at the same time, if I cannot maintain like what I like doing, I love modifying cars. I like adding things on it. You know, I don't want to just go ahead and grab like the cheapest thing, like the cheapest splitter. It's like, I want this splitter because it's cheapest. You know, I want this because no, I kind of want to do things the way I like doing it. And this car right here allows me to do that because it doesn't drain my pocket so much. I can justify spending this kind of money when I'm at work. F80 or F82, listen, my money just ain't that long for that. My money ain't that long to buy that car and to drive the crap out of it like I drive this. I can let this thing sit first and second gear, red line, burning the tires up, and I do not break a sweat. You get what I'm saying? The motor could just go straight through the hood, and I'll be tight because I gotta fix it, but I won't be like, oh my God, because it's not consuming my life, if that makes sense. You know, it's just something that I like to do. And like I said, I can send a rod through the block. I can like freaking twist the drive shaft and not look like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna pay for this? Because it was never that expensive to begin with. With M cars, you pay what's called M tax. You know, that front lip, you wanna buy that for an M car, times that by like 3. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like the motor, times that by like 2. You know, so with that being said, that's the gist of it. My insurance would go up. I would pay more taxes on this car. Like I said, I am extremely satisfied with the fact that I can send this thing as hard, full send, as hard as I want, and not have a thought in my mind like, hey, listen, I should really chill out. So with that being said, well, I do for the cops, but you know, I only speed on closed course circuits anyway. But yeah, so that's the main reason, the number one reason, and that's kind of why I got into that just enjoy your car for what it is kind of thing. Because when you think of analytics, it's like essentially all the work that I'm probably going to do to this car. Yeah, you know, analytically or just like on paper, it might make more sense to, okay, yeah, why don't you just get an F80? You're gonna put an LSD in this car, you're gonna upgrade the turbo and get the same horsepower. Why don't you just get an F80 M3? What is, okay, well, I mean, but anyway, I would love to, okay, he's hitting it, but I would love to own those cars, and maybe one day I will, but right now I'm super comfortable with this car, and I don't knock any guys out there. If you want to get your car and keep the stock and you're on the same level or whatever case may be, go by all means get it. But I just like to have fun with my cars, like to dog them out a little bit, and I would be a little too scared to dog out an M3 because if something breaks or something snaps, I couldn't afford it, you know? So that's pretty much the number one reason. Why? Number two and number three is these cars really don't look too different, and in the areas that I've ever been or traveled where I see M3s and M4, they typically all look the same. No one really pushes the envelope on those cars, and I could assume why, because they cost so much money, and you don't really get much out of it for how much it costs, believe it or not. It's an amazing car, but like, you know, they all kind of look the same. Like if you travel around, they look the same. A lot of people would keep the same miles on it because, you know, I don't know, just playing it safe or whatever. So in the front end of the M4s, you will have a much more aggressive fender setup. The bumper will be a tad bit more aggressive. Headlights are exactly the same. The grills look exactly the same. The hood will be have that power dome in the top. Obviously the side changes up a tad bit, but the door and the rear is a little bit wider, but in all reality, it's not that much fatter. I love the front of the M4 a lot, but the back of the M4, I mean, like I said, it looks too similar to spend so much money on it, but the back of the M4 doesn't look as appealing to me. It looks like really super thugged out, like it's on steroids. Interior pretty much looks the same, with the exception of some of the quality items in the interior of this car. While sitting in a bunch of F80s and F82 cars, the M3 and M4, if you guys don't know, you do feel a little bit more sense of like quality, I guess you say, with the gauge clusters and the seats, how it has the M and it lights up in the seats. Even a little gear shift looks a little dope, buttons on the side. However, it looks pretty similar. And if you are in the market for a BMW and you know your money's not that long like me, consider getting one of these. Consider getting a 435. You know, it has a 3-liter 6-cylinder turbocharged motor. You know, the difference between this one and the BMW one is a closed deck design, air to water intercooler, and they slapped on another turbo, which will give you about 140 more horsepower, 120 something more horsepower than this. So a nice tune, full bolt-ons, that would be intercooler, catalyst downpipe, and an intake. Oh no, sorry, not an intake, a charge pipe. And you'll be pretty close to those numbers. You'll be pretty spot on. This being the electric wastegate model, I'm assuming I'm gonna guesstimate and say I'm pushing somewhere about 400 wheel horsepower, which is right on par with the BMW M3 and M4. Now, give or take, it all really depends on who hit it, because it would be so close of a race that, you know, those cars make power on different, they are pretty much the same car, but the motors make power in different levels. One thing that I will say that this car definitely shines is the exhaust note. This exhaust note sounds 10 times better than the M4 and the M3 exhaust note. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it's the turbos they went, or the fact that it's 2, but something muffles the sound. Don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the engine, I don't know. Comment below if you really know why this one sounds better than the M3 and M4. With that being said, let's stop getting caught up in the fact of idea or whatever the case may be, and let's focus on the fact that we should enjoy our cars, and one day maybe I'll have enough money to get an M3 and M4, but honestly, by the time I have that much money to be able to afford M3 and M4, I'll probably get a Porsche or some shit like that. But with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in, and that's pretty much your answer to it. Why I didn't get an M3 and M4? Because I can't afford it. All right, guys, thank you for watching me, Mike from Slowspeed. I want to get out of here. It is super freaking cold. Oh, by the way, how do you like the camera? Comment down how you like the camera, the quality. I know the GoPro doesn't do well in low light, If you want to pick up this setup that I have, I'll give you everything: the Joby mount, the GoPro USB to 3.5 millimeter microphone jack, the Rode microphone, the GoPro Hero 5 aluminum case, and the GoPro Hero 7 Black. It's all going to be down below. Click on those Amazon links if you want to buy them. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to run to the shop, and I'm out of here. So with that being said, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'm almost to 1,000. Hopefully by the time this video gets put up, I will be at 1,000. I'm going to be pushing out content to you guys a little more regularly than I have. I'll make a video about that too. But yeah, like I said, I'm also going to make a video about the camera setup and everything like that, and just me going through, you know, different ideas and setups with cameras. Whew, boy, it is cold out there.